It's nobody, Bob. It's okay.
And who's nobody?
How's the thesis going?
Oh, chugging along. You know, the charming thing about the criminal mind is the touching belief that crime actually pays. Never occurs to them that the wages of sin are usually pitifully small.
Unless you're into sin in a big way.
Ah, yes, but for that you need more intelligence than I've seen displayed here at Wentworth. I can understand the criminal mind, Karen, but I can't begin to understand the mind of the warders.
No progress, huh?
Not much. That little project on the staff is proving to be very slow work. You don't get through those defences in a hurry. They must have plenty to cover up.
Well, I think to most of the staff it's just a job.
But what sane person would choose to lock up others for a living? What motivates them into such an unnatural occupation?
Well, as Mrs. Jackson would say, it's a sense of duty, a desire to serve. I think she was actually born in a prison.
Was she? That's interesting. You see, that's exactly the sort of thing I need to know. If I could just get my hands on a few of their personal files.
Well, if you're going to do an in-depth study, why don't you just concentrate on one particular subject?
I would, if I could get at the subject I wanted. Clinically speaking, Jim Fletcher would be ideal. Ex-regular Army NCO demoted to a women's prison. Why?
Well, as deputy governor, I'd hardly call that demoted.
Ah, but he'd think so. Especially the way he regards women. I could just get at his file.
Wouldn't the army have a file on him?
Of course. You clever girl. You're a genius.
How are you going to get at an army file?
Aha. There I have a contact.
I'm home. Now, who is that elegant lady?
You're late.
I stopped to buy you these.
Oh, a little friend in a florist shop.
Not true.
Was she blonde or brunette?
She was here, 6 feet tall with a big black moustache. Not my type. Don't you like them?
You never bring me flowers.
That is not all. Walnut creams. Now, don't tell me you've gone off walnut creams.
Carnations and walnut creams. What have you got on your conscience this time?
Nothing.
Oh, I forgot. You haven't got a conscience.
I'm just trying to tell you in my own bumbling and efficient way that I love you.
Well, what makes me flavour of the week?
Can't you believe that I've grown up at long last? That I realise my pot of gold isn't at the end of any rainbow, but here at my own front door.
Oh, an unfortunate choice of phrase, seeing you married me for my money.
For God's sake, Carol! Look, what do you want? My liver and lights on the kitchen table? I love you. I've always loved you. I always will love you.
And all the other women?
There are no other women.
There better not be, otherwise I warned you.
Can't you see, Carol? This insane jealousy of yours is driving us apart.
Well, what do you expect? It's all right for you at uni all day. I'm left here, wondering what you're doing, wondering when you're coming home.
I know. I'm sorry. Look, I'm trying to make amends, but you have to meet me halfway, love. Please?
There. Is that more comfortable, Lizzie?
Oh, yes.
Tell me again what he said.
Oh, I'll be okay if I don't race me motor.
Did he give you any more pills?
Yeah, they're in my locker.
You should have them where you can get at them. There. Now I'll get you some water to go with them.
I don't know what I'm going to do when you leave here, Edie.
Oh, you have lots of friends.
None that I can talk to properly. None who'll listen. I can remember before all of them was born. But none of them want to listen to you.
That's because they live in the present, Lizzie. We used to do that once. Miss Vernon brought it back to me. Any friends, she says. Any relations? I was so ashamed. 80 years and nothing to show for it, I thought. No kith or kin to give me house room.
Oh, cheer up, Ed. I'll ask him if I can adopt you, eh?
I believe you would. You got anybody waiting for you on the outside, Lizzie?
Not anymore. People have a habit of dying on you.
I had a friend called Horry. He died.
I tried to escape from here once with Frankie and Doreen. God knows what came over me. I had nowhere to go. Oh, I guess I'll end up here, what with me ticker and all.
The worst places. You get housed here and fed. You can watch TV with your mates. You won't be alone when you go.
You can get back in, Ed. I'll bet you can. I bet you can get back in easy.
How?
Bash a copper.
He'd have to be a slow copper.
How about starting a knocking shop?
Out you get.
You got a real way with women, Mr. Fletcher. Here, you got real close to Crabtree.
Get moving, Martin.
The silly bitch handed my money over without a murmur.
That money's where it belongs.
You still managed to line your pockets pretty smartly, didn't you?
Get lost.
Hey, Mr. Fletcher, it's Edie.
What's the matter?
I don't know. I don't think she's very well.
What's wrong with her?
I don't know. She's been like that since I woke up this morning. I can't get any sense out of her.
All right, Lizzie, you go and have your shower. I'll have a word with her.
We was having such a good laugh last night, too.
Now, what's the trouble, huh? Come on. If you don't tell me, I'm not going to be able to fix it, am I?
I'm sorry, Mr. Fletcher. Just this silly old woman being silly.
Now, what brought this on,
I was in Miss Vernon's office.
Was it something she said?
It was something she asked me.
Oh, come on now. You can't have a slip of a girl like that upsetting an old battler like you, eh, Edie?
What's going to become of me, Mr. Fletcher? What am I going to do?
Well, I'll tell you what you're going to do. First of all, you're going to get up, then you're going to have a nice hot shower, followed by a nice hot breakfast, and I'll have a word to Miss Vernon. We can't have her upsetting my best girl now, can we? All right?
Yeah.
Ah, ships that pass in the night again, eh?
Ships that pass in the early morning.
You're looking very happy. Why?
Looks like my parole will be through in a few weeks' time.
Oh, that's good. That's wonderful.
I still have to go before the parole board, but after that...
Goodbye to Wentworth forever, eh?
I hope so.
Well, lucky you.
Well, what's the matter with you? You aren't exactly chained and bound to the place.
The junior partner in a practice is always chained and bound. Old Roberts won't do prison work, so guess who's the bunny?
I thought you found the work fulfilling.
I'm about ripe for a change, Karen. Must be more to medicine than taking Liz's pulse.
Well, why don't you start your own practice?
Have you any idea how much that costs?
Well, you don't have to set your sights on Toorak. What about the western suburbs? What about the country?
What about the country?
Oh, Karen thinks I should start a country practice.
Does she? Well, don't you think you better get moving? You'll be late for uni.
I still have
Look,
time.
Dr. Miller may want to get on with his work.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wouldn't want to keep him from his duty.
What would I ever do without you, Meg?
Hello? Tom? No, my husband's at uni. Who's this?
Has the postman been yet?
Who is this?
The postman's bringing you a little prezzy, Mrs. Burton. Something that'll really make your day. There's a letter with it. Read it.
Are you a friend of Tom's?
The old tomcats? Oh, yes. A very intimate friend, as you'll see when you open your prezzy. The letter will tell you what I want. Do read it, because if you ignore it, our tomcat's career at the uni will be well and truly over.
Who is this?
I'm Trouble. Just you ask Tom.